sat here, minding my own business, a hostile stand detected. I'm not paying these guys. Hello Kitty and GSV peeps and all. DanglyBob here, welcome back to No Man's Sky. When you left us at the end of the last episode, before I pile myself into the ground, I was heading towards this planet here to tell you about these graves which that traveller guy on that spaceship there is telling me about. He only ever sees... come on, land. Upright, let's just land. Oh, not on the head. Ugh. Oh god, that just makes me feel ill just watching the screen. Now, this planet here, there's only two planets in this system, and this is a cold one, and the other one is completely dead pretty much. But the graves always tend to be around here. I've lost it now. Where is it? There it is, over there. And you'll see we come up there, and it just seems to be the lost grave of another traveller. So here it is, Juital Gold's final log. So drowned in the seas of, signal led us here, in search of, pursued by, but we couldn't, wasn't done, wasn't much, fallen traveller's grave marked by glyph. Now, see, I can extract this glyph, obtain the glyph and the ability to travel no more worlds, or leave the fallen traveller in peace. So this is my third glyph. There's 16 of these, so I'm going to be here a while, just visiting all these graves and collecting these glyphs. You have to go back each time to collect to the space station to have a chat with the other traveller, and they don't. Yeah, it's funny because it doesn't appear as a mission on here. So I'm just going to go tackling these missions, raiding, getting some cash, and I shall bring you back probably when we're sort of tackling the last glyph if nothing else exciting happens. We're back, and if I've done this right, this should be the last glyph I have to collect off of these graves. But I think it's a bit of a bug in the game. I'm sure you're supposed to perhaps spread this over a longer... Mind you, it's taken me a while to do this, because, as you can see, get the old graphics glitch. It'll appear in the middle of the planet in a minute. There we go. Yeah, it's not a graphics glitch, it's a sort of gaming glitch. I suppose it's because it's on the other side of the planet. It doesn't want us to go round the planet, can't get us to go around the planet, so it just spins the planet towards us through it. Anyway, so, last grave coming down, and while I'm heading down here, just thought, look at that 24,928 nanite clusters, just by doing lots and lots of missions, and which, okay, some of the missions are a little bit samey. If you're into the role-playing side of it, there's some quite decent storylines there, but basically you're either taking things, stuff, or you're killing animals. Trying to find predatory animals to kill can be a bit of a problem, but well, yeah, the mission I've got at the moment, which is just killing any old animal, you can do that from your spaceship without having to tackle the sentinels too much. So anyway, we're going to... This is his final log. I can see you looking at my grave, staring at many deaths. Just instead of 16 others, just 16 graves. You see, that's what I got. That's why we had 16. It is, you know, just going to graves. Love you forever. Fallen traveller's graves marked by a glyph. Extract a glyph, and with the ability to travel no more, leave the traveller in peace. And that is 16 of 16 glyphs. So what happens now in that storyline? Or that quest line, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. We'll have to pop back in here a minute and have a quick look. So this didn't appear as a, you know, we had this here, it can join the galaxy, fine. And we had, you know, this is all to do with, when I eventually get round to resetting it. Now whether this resets the game and I have to start again from scratch, I don't know. I'm just going to pump the microphone volume up a bit, because I'm realising I'm probably a little bit quiet compared to what's saying there. Hopefully I'm not drowning you out too much. So I have the Predator mission here, and this is one about destroying planetary depots. We'll pick that one up in a minute. I've just done this one about repairing machinery and obviously killing creatures. So we're going to have this one there, see if we can highlight a depot nearby. Oh, no, I didn't want to jump out, I wanted to take off. So a quick look at how much platinum I've got. I've got loads of plutonium, not platinum, plutonium. So I can do this. And yeah, the depot has peered up. Go see if it's reset, because again, if it get too many of those sort of missions, the depot doesn't reset. There's only the one depot on this. What's that there? Is that a planet? That's not a... Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Right, so we'll... doesn't seem to be any creatures around there. I'm going to head up to space a minute and head towards the depot, and I'll bring you back when we're there. There we go. It's about 30 seconds away. Just thought I'd remind you guys, if you stay above the sort of the atmosphere here, you can travel at sort of 2,700 units just on sort of speedy up drive, whatever that's called, without having to use warp drive. It saves you having to fly around at the planet's surface at sort of hundreds rather than thousands. Get there a hell of a lot quicker like that. So yes, I've done a couple of missions, flown around a bit, collected a couple of Atlas seeds. Say again, there seems to be a bit of a bug because I'm in this Atlas interface here. Every time I come back into it, I see they've bugged out still. I still haven't been able to get... It hasn't reset, so I've got to go find a different depot or a different planet to finish that mission, or I just cancel the mission a bit. Let's land on, let's finish off the killing lots of creatures bit of this. Hopefully there's some large creatures around here. They'll spawn in a bit. Or render in. I don't know if they're spawning in or rendering in, if that's the problem. Looks a bit bare down there at the moment. Normally lots of those big ones around, which is great because they're easier to hit. Alright, let's just stick her on the ground a minute and we will swap missions. Because I see I need another 10 of those, so let's have a quick look out. Any big creatures around? Seems to be a lack of big creatures around. Let's collect some plutonium while I'm here. Do a quick scan. Bit of frostwort there. There's a box or something over here. Let's go and grab that. Come on guys, where are you all? Perhaps I've already obliterated them all. A little bit of power canister, a bit more plutonium. I bet this is a Viking dagger. Viking daggers are really, really common. Yes, there we go. They're also not worth a lot. So there are no creatures. Okay, I need to gotta fly around and look for some then. Which isn't a problem. So we'll jump back into here. Spent a lot of time on this planet visiting those graves. I could have done perhaps with putting an exocraft on this, but to be honest, there's not a lot here. There's a fair abundance of creatures. Let's just change my laser. As you can see, I've got some extra whistles and bits and pieces. Let me just whiz you through those while we're cruising around. I've built myself a rocket launcher here, which is great. Does really big damage, but it's not wire controlled. It's you've got to be really close to it, but it does take pirates out fairly easily. Let's just top that up while I remember, and then yeah, back in my exosuit I've added another jetpack booster. I can't remember whether you guys have seen that or not, and I have added a couple of extra cargo slots, maybe another slot here which I probably hadn't shown you guys, but then moving to is it that one? No, it's not that one, it's this one. Sorry, forgetting my keys there. I've filled up my rifle quite nicely. I have not found a bigger rifle than this one, so we have, you know, I've got 3 spare slots here, but to be honest, I could probably get rid of the bolt caster. Seems to do as much damage. The blade javelin doesn't seem to do much, and I've added this pulse splitter, which has damage 4.7, so it's even less than this. This has got a mining power of 13. Is that new? Did it have mining power before? Mining power 13 compared to the mining beam, which has got mining power 4, even though I've got +1 there, plus 10% there as a speed. That's a combat amplifier for the mine. That's +1 there, which gives us the advanced mining laser. Interesting. Perhaps I need to shoot things with the blaze javelin to see if that has a big effect. I hadn't noticed that before. Anyway, I'm still looking for creatures. Let's get out of the immediate area and see if some creep in over here. There's a bit of an open plain here. Oh, there's a flag down there. Hello? Have I seen this creep? There's an abandoned spaceship down here. Oh, and some creatures. Let's have a quick look at this abandoned spaceship because... Well, first of all, we'll repair... But I haven't got any carbon. Oh, I have got some carbon. There we go, grab some nanite crystals, and we'll grab probably another power cannon. Oh, shielding shard. I personally don't think shielding shards are worth a lot still. I tend to... Oh, Viking dagger, look at that. So, craft here. Let's have a quick look at it. I don't think it's a particularly big one. No, it's a Class C shuttle, so it's only 19 slots. So yeah, we won't bother grabbing that one. But yeah, interesting that there is a crashed craft here. Lack of creatures again. One creature. Sorry, a little bit of windy pops there. So I don't know what's happened to all the big creatures on this planet then. There were loads, but it was literally everywhere you stopped there seemed to be loads of super large creatures. But there doesn't seem to be any around at the moment. So I'm going to whiz around, kill off 10 more creatures if I find them. Otherwise I'll have to look for the little ones. And then we'll head back, hand these missions in, and see what that traveller has to say now I've collected all 16 glyphs. I'll bring you back just so I can show you quickly. Oh, didn't mean to fire that. Right, so we have Blaze Javelin, and I wanted to have a look at the mining capability of it. So if I shoot this little bit of plutonium, it does shoot it fairly quickly, no problem at all. If I shoot a plant, I get 2 carbon out of it, compared to the continuous... Oh, hang on, I've got to do something about my thermal protection. There's a storm coming. I need to... Oh, I'm not going to be able to do that. I haven't got enough... Okay, this is going to be a bit desperate. It's minus 108 degrees. I am... extreme cold damage. Life signs are failing. Let's come over here. Anyway, yes, so... The Blaze Javelin is good for, it's quite a slow fire rate, so while it does sort of 50% damage on those sentinels, that's a bit better. And I won't up my... Oh, I will, I've got lots of thalene, so let's go here and top that off with a bit of thamium rather. So yeah, I was saying, I've been... It's a storm, so I've got to come back fairly quickly again. But I'll come down here. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get a chance to walk past that creature every time. Actually, bring the spaceship down here, I think. So let's bring that, and that, and let's put it there, Lou. Quicker than running back. Don't know why I didn't do that first time round, but there we go. Too busy talking. Can't think and talk at the same time. So, Blaze Javelin easily kills creatures. I mean, certainly for the smaller creatures, it's a one-shot kill. So, you're not having to do too much with those. Only need 3 more. Where are they? Where are they? Well, loads on the left here. There's one. Oh, there's one. Oh, missed him. Yeah, it's quite a slow fire rate. But when I'm mining stuff like iron, you get 2 per shot, so it's quite a slow rate. So, you know, compared to the... I think that's it, isn't it? That's all I need. Turn the mission agent, that's fine. Actually, if I'm going to get... Let's destroy a couple of these sentinels, get a couple of extra bits of... Oh, hang on. It's quite slow. Oh, there's another one there. Are they? Where are you? Where are you? Behind me. How dare you sneak up behind me? That is very, very unsporting of you. Right, we'll just grab these. 1, 2, 3. Was there another one over here? Can't remember, but yeah, I'm suffering from cold damage, so that'll do. Right, let's have a quick look in here. So yeah, it's good for shooting lumps of plutonium, but I'm not sure it's much. This Blaze Javelin. I'm not sure it's any better than this really, because this is pretty fast. So I'd probably, if I ended up missing space, I could probably get rid of that. This I haven't quite figured out. Even though it seems to do quite a bit of damage, it's not as much as even the mining beam itself, or even the bolt caster. So yeah, I'm not sure that the game's balanced. The bolt caster you get as standard, I think. He says, I'm sure of it. So the extras. Let's just top off that before I forget, because I'm dreadful habit of not topping that off and then needing to call my my spaceship in. Let's get out of here, head back to the spaceship, space station. Yeah, I've had a terrible habit of leaving at 25% or forgetting. Come on. There we go. So, yeah, I'm not sure that actually the extra whistles and things you get are useful for different things, but they don't seem to be any more powerful or much of an upgrade to what you get as standard. And I can't remember whether the bolt caster is standard or not, but it certainly does the most damage. Same with the spaceship weapons. I've found that the infra knife is okay. It's 45.5 plus 0.8. I don't know where that 0.8 comes from. I don't know, what have I got in my here? So you've got lots of upgrades. There's +3 for there, and then there's +5 damage for there. And I've got the heat dispersion here, and the upgrade on the rate of fire. But again, the normal cannon damage is +8. And if I come back to here, hang on, let's top that up while we're thinking. Oh, and slow down, and let's just hover here while I'm finishing throwing what's in here. The phase beam 93, but it overheats like anything. And then you've got your photon, which is 112. So again, the photon cannon standard weapon that comes with it seems to do a hell of a lot more damage than this. This has got a super fast firing rate, and it's a nice backup. When that overheats, you can swap straight to that. But I'm not sure that unless you were fighting a lot and you're overheating a lot, to be honest, between the phase beam and that, I don't know. I think certainly the way I fight, it's worth having two of similar sort of as a backup, and there needs to be a spray and pray type because my aiming is absolutely awful. So anyway, let's go and have a look inside the space station when I figure out where the entrance is. Entrance is normally planet side. There was a blue thingy there. There it is. Normally you're right. Head towards the icon. The icon takes you towards the entrance side of the space station. Oh, clip to the side there. Luckily don't take damage. See, flying is as good as my the piloting, combat pilot skills. That's the posh word for it, fighting. Anyway, so hop out of here and we will go. Let's go and sell, or go dump these missions. We can always pick the more missions up later, but we can abandon those missions. I don't think it doesn't. I haven't abandoned any missions before, so I don't think it harms your reputation. So we'll go hand in missions. I've got these two here. So I get a standing and increase, and I get 5 semiconductors. And with this I should get a nanite cluster. Nice big nanite cluster there, 110, so it takes my nanite clusters up to a lot. And didn't want to do that. Come back into the menu here, and we are going to click abandon missions. I'm going to abandon that one, even though it's quite a high level one, and that one as well, because I wish I could have kept that one, but never mind. Right, if you sort of look at the levels here, you know, I'm now picking up level 5 Korvax type missions, and you get each of these. I figured out that each of these, this is the mission type, but this is the faction. So this is your mercenary, this is your merchants, and this is your explorer missions. So at the moment I've got lots and lots of merchant missions. I'm leveling up at about 5, and actually when you go into your, let's go into here and into, is it your log? No, the journey menu. You can see all of your levels here, plus what level you are at the Merchant's Guild. So here, for instance, you know, this is the tops units earned. So I had 24 million, excellent. Plants farmed, 626, yeah, that's pretty much topped out. Missions completed, 31 progress, 1 out of 10 missions. I think this is, you know, you do 10 missions and then you leap up this level here. Levels don't seem to do an awful lot, so, and it doesn't tell me what level I'm at for these. It gives you, you know, what you need to do to perhaps go up a level, but doesn't really figure out whether you're doing well or whether you're doing badly as such. Obviously, you know, up here I am whatever that level is there. Can't remember what number is, or that number doesn't relate to it, but here I'm 29. But you know, I've been doing, I have not done any missions for the Viking. I don't tend to sit around in the Viking systems. Do you know why? Nothing against the Vikings. They're, you know, aggressive. Actually suit my playing style, which tends to be sort of a bit tight. Anyway, I haven't got quite enough money for one of those big eagle-y type things. With this spaceship here, I'm starting to get to learn the spaceships a little without having to refer to a wiki or anything. But yeah, this spaceship here, for instance, is an upgrade. It's 30 odd slots. It's a Class A hauler, but it's not. It's got some huge, you know, definite improvements, and I've got, if we look here, it's only got 4 equipment, 4 technology slots with the 30, and I'm up to 26. So, you know, with all my technology slots I've got here, it's not actually that much of an improvement, even though it gives me a lot of plus bonuses. If I was only stuck around the 13 million mark, I'd probably end up grabbing that. But I'm waiting for, get up to, I think it's 34 million I need for the big red one, whatever that is now. It's red, must go faster. Anyway, we're going to come across here, and I've found that if you sell something first, for some reason, again, it might just be a bit of a bug in the game, but sell the Geno modules, I'm going to sell the Mordite, I'm going to sell the Pugnium, I'm going to sell these. Look at this, 194, this is nearly 2 million credits just for that. So that'll take us up to over 26. Nearly there, guys. So yeah, doing these, you've got to watch. Sometimes, if you knew what the articles were and knew what the value was, it's worth picking up some of those missions. Most of the missions pick up sort of 250,000, but some of these missions, you know, can bring in sort of a couple of million. So it's worth keeping out for those. It's strange, isn't it? How can we trudge, but not touch? Perhaps even the breach allows not much to come past my line. See. Yeah, now I don't know whether this is the bug or what, but now I've got all of those. Perhaps I need to go to a portal and see if I can use those 16 glyphs rather than having to, you know, put materials into them like I have been doing. Let's do. I don't really want to do a barter. We'll offer nanite crystals. It gives us cash for those anyway. But you know, there you go, 18,000 for crash crystals. We'll have a look. Since I've got a lot of nanites, we'll have a look in here. See if there's anything worth having. Again, not a lot of space. The health module, radiation deflector. It might be worth picking them up, even if I don't. Mind you pick up some of these just by doing missions without having to spend nanite crystals, nanite clusters, but I seem to have a lot of nanite clusters. Anyway, so I'm going to, what am I going to do next? I think I'm going to disappear back to my home base and perhaps we'll go and have a look at that portal which is back in my own system and see if having picked up 16 glyphs actually makes any difference to travelling through portals or not. I'll bring you back. So here we are back again, and back on the home system space station. It's like that 26 million, 1,000 nanites. I'm just going to collect. I don't really want that one. We'll grab it, but yeah, I haven't really paid too much attention to the story here. So that's all of those 4 missions. But yeah, I'll go into my mission log. Here, it does give you sort of the background story up here. So, here I'm going to track and scan just planetary creatures, fair enough. I can't remember if I've got them. Might have to go into a different system if I want to do that one. I've picked up another planetary depot one. I've got to salvage some kit, and yeah, I just thought we'd pick that one up just in case we find any predatory creatures. So they've paid a little bit of attention to the storylines. They are a little bit interesting. Have I got anything? No, I've sort of got enough kit and stuff. Let's transfer that to my... Oh yeah, because I'm in my own system I can transfer it to storage container inventory. Oh, I see. I've not noticed that before, that I can transfer stuff straight to my storage container. I did hear about this actually in the update which came out a little while back, but I just never... Anyway, we'll transfer it into there. And actually, while I'm there, don't want that sink in there. I can go to the spaceship. I'll just keep hold of that bit of carbon and those power units. So now we'll hop into here. We're going to jump off and we're going to find... Actually, I want to find... Yeah, no, it's not on the mission. It's not on our planet, I don't think. Oh, it is. What is that behind us? No, yes. No, this isn't our planet. Aha, yes, no, yes, no. Our planet's the further one away, not the one closest to the space station. I made that mistake before, thinking, oh, yeah, the space station's right close to our planet. It's not. Actually, oh, crikey, that's a bit bright. Makes a lot of sense for us to... okay, I'm going to skip around the atmosphere to get there. It's not too bad. It's there. Come on. I hope that red ship, when I get enough cash for it, is a little bit more, or not so, yeah, not so wallowy when you're trying to steer it with a mouse. Nearly there then. You might as well stay with me while I land on. Oh, I think it's at this end, so we'll just put it down here. Right. I'll make sure that I've got some thamium on me. I have, I know. I've got those couple of power packs as well, just in case when we go through this portal it makes a stupid, change. Oh look, there's some stuff here. Ah, I have been here before then. And it's not regraded those. Where's the portal? Oh, there we go, down this end. So what I'm hoping now is, if we go here, I can just... No, I still need to... So what was the point of collecting all those glyphs? If I still need to top these up and charge them... Okay, well I'm not going to go through the portal because there's absolutely no point. So we'll go and do a mission here instead. Well, come into our mission logs. We'll pick that one there. It's around behind us. So I'll bring you back when we get there. So we're here, and I'm just going to save and chart this, because I've not been to this patch. Grabbed another power module out of that. Power modules are a bit underpowered really, they're okay. They do 3/4 of your suit, but I'll go grab a few more nanites. Not that I think I need any more nanites, but there we go. You never have too many nanites. Look, some more nanites. And oh, jumping around. Ought to be a health warning about using a jetpack inside, I think. Anyway, skip round to the front of this building. Now this is the mission for doing... Where is the entrance? Oh, I've gone to completely... It's around here. I've gone completely past it. So up into here. So this is the repairing machinery. So there's not a lot in here for these. But it's the same buildings as such. They're just set up slightly differently. Oh, I need some carbon. Crikey, I need a lot of carbon. Fine. Find a plant. Thamium over there. Iron over there. What's that up there? Oh, change to... It's probably going to be iron, actually, thinking about it. Oh no, there we go. That's a decent amount of carbon. Except I need 100, so I'm going to need something else. Oh, there's that tree there. There we go. That should be more than enough carbon. So come back into here. It's carbon I don't carry a lot of. Perhaps I need to. Need some more iron for that. Probably find myself a little bit short on iron now. Right, transmit success to the owner. The owner now knows I've fixed his machinery. Yeah, I am down to 200. Yeah, that's fine. And the next mission was looting planetary depots. So let's go get some planetary depots. And I needed to. Was it just? Come back up here. It was Predator on scanning creatures. I probably have scanned all these, to be honest. So we go. If you want to know how many creatures on a planet you've scanned, again, go into your discoveries. It comes up here. This is your current planet. I've got 9 of it, so there's only 2 creatures here I've not scanned. Now, chances are they're either flying creatures. I've been wandering around on the deck probably in this system for quite a while. So they're either flying creatures or they might be underwater creatures, because I don't often scan the underwater ones. But I need to scan 6 creatures, so that does mean going to a different system. Which isn't a problem, we can do that, that's not a problem. I'm just going to change to a different... Come on, log, and go for the depots. We've got a depot over here somewhere we have. It's going to take me a minute to get to, so let's skim over the top of the surface. I think that's a... yeah. Oh, gone past it. No, I haven't. There it is, down there. Actually, it's down near the... I think that's water. We'll land somewhere near the beach. We'll see if we can get a scan of an underwater creature while I'm here. Actually, I get a nice bonus if I do scan all creatures in an area as well. So let's put her down on the shore here. I don't want to get an exocraft to go underwater at this point, so I'll just make sure we've got anything swimming around in there I can see. I haven't quite polished, or my graphics card hasn't quite polished the horizontal and vertical lines for the tiling out here. Oh, that's very pixely. There we go. Need to... don't know what that is. Oh, that's kelp sack. Oh, I see. Kelp sack's different on this planet. And oh, I seem to be bobbing around, not actually using any oxygen. Let's come back out a minute. Oh, that's a sentinel, not a flying creature. Can't see any sea creatures here. Let's just hop around the corner and perhaps see if we can see. Oh. Where do I go in? Where's my spaceship? Yeah, I've scanned that, scanned all those. Can't see any flying creatures. Can't see any sea creatures, so perhaps I'd just better go to a new planet, scan everything from scratch. I think might be a better one. But yeah, there is a hefty bonus. If you go, again, go back into here, into your log, and your discoveries, where it tells you, I said you get, if you hover over that, doesn't it not hold you that? We can upload, planet, economies, minus, yeah, that tells you what that is. But I thought it told you what the yes. Anyway, that's I haven't completely got any creature. Just gonna have a quick look down here. I haven't got completely scanned all creatures on any planet, which comes up as a 0 on your scores when you go to trade. Things like that. Is that flying things? No. Oh, there are some flying things. Have I scanned those? Yes, I have scanned those. Fine, no problem. Right, I think I'll have to go into another creature, another planet for that. So we'll come back to our depot. I'll bring you back here as such anyway. But as you can see from here, it's a lot easier to blow these things up. Oh, there's a thingy knowledge stone there. It's a lot easier. I'm just going to land on. We'll chart this area if I haven't done it already. Okay, I don't know quite what charting the area does. Oh, why? They're chasing me already. Yeah, thank you. I think we'll get out of here. Oh, not enough fuel in the fuel thrusters. That's fine, because I have a fair amount. So it's 200 to top them off now. I need to go get some more. We'll swing around. So, didn't realise Sentinels were attacking on sight in this one. Right, to get the depot then, all I have to do is just shoot. I can't remember how many more it is, but 5 depots. In fact, we'll shoot the drones as well while we're there. Oh, he's coming in for me. There we go. So that's all 5 of those blown up. I'd say it's so much easier to do it from the spaceship rather than trying to find a decent weapon to do it with. It has really to be the laser. You can't do it with the bolt, not the bolt caster. Just grabbing some of these neutrino modules, because actually they're quite expensive. Was it just the 3 of them? I think it might have been. Oh, some plutonium over here. Have a little bit of plutonium while we're here as well. And there's some plutonium to mine, so I'm just going to grab some of this stuff. And I'll bring you back. So I've just, I'll show you the quick on the map, but I've just warped into this system here. As you can see, it's quite close to my home base. There's plenty of planets within sort of easy warp range. This one here is only, what, 33 light years away from my planet. Plus, I can't remember whether I showed you guys this before, but yeah, I have upgraded my vessel for the minute with a warp drive, which almost it does double the distance I can actually warp. If I look here in the hyperdrive, it's now at 204, while it was at sort of 100. And that's because of this little thing here, the warp reactor, which gives me an extra 100 light years on it. So we're going to go down, let's go and have a visit this planet here. Discover it first. Horon. Fine. It's a scalding planet. Excellent. Yes, last time I visited Polo, he wanted me to visit more extreme planets, which are difficult to... Perhaps I need to investigate the extra towels, etc., or whatever they are. Those boosters, buffs, whatever you want to call them, but those things that allow me to live on extreme planets or work on extreme planets a little bit better. Why am I going like this? I could be doing this. So, we've got to think about perhaps doing that as well. We're going to just land on here. I need to scan 6 creatures, maybe exterminate some predatory creatures if I can find them. And also, this is a Viking system, so I could perhaps just hang around here and do a few missions here, which wouldn't be such a bad thing. Raise my... Come on, too high. Come on, land on then. There we go. Bang. Leap out, do a quick scan, and it's, whether it's wandering hotspots. I wonder what they wonder about. Aggressive sentinels. This is going to be... Yeah, we'll just it's so much easier to... There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to hang around. I'm just going to get picked up by sentinels the whole time. We'll just pick up some more neutrino modules. I can't remember where your pack went, but it probably rolled down the hill. There it is. They do have a habit of rolling away. Oh, crikey, already? Yeah, and where's another one? So this is not an extreme planet. Actually, I can't see any creatures. Let's go mine a bit of plutonium while I'm here. Let's do another scan. Can't scan. Scanner recharging. Another sentinel. Let's have a quick look. Fauna lacking. Alright, okay, so there's not much point just hanging around here if I'm looking for creatures. As much as I'd like picking on these guys, I think I'm going to need to look at one of those slightly... yeah, let's go and have a look at one of these some more slightly further off planets. Perhaps find a quieter sentinel one. Yeah, I'm sat here, minding my own business, a hostile stand detected. I'm not paying these guys. Just found my warp stuff. Warp fuel. Oh. So we'll deal with these guys. There's only 3 of them, so that's fine. These tend to be a little bit tougher than the level 1 pirates we tend to. Oh, missed it. To phase me instead. Get out of the way. Oh, no, missed him. Yeah, critical damage. Let's top my shields up. With iron, preferably. Seem to have lots of secret. Freighters. Yep, fine. There's one. And I want to get this last one over here. Where are you gone? Where are you gone? Where are you gone? You're not attacking me, but you are coming in for an attack. Knife. That's overheated. I'll get you with that. I'll chase you, and I will get you with a... Where are you? There we go. Trying to chase you with a... Oh, I missed him. As you can see, the missiles are great, but they're not guided, and you've got to be really close, which is great if you're chasing him and you're on his 6, but... There we go. So, I can't remember what we were looking for now. Oh yes, another planet. There we go. And that one there with 1500 thingies away. That's the big close one. Probably can't see a planet behind. There's one behind these. I'd say can't see a planet behind the it's only 6,000 units away, 600,000 units away. So let's go for that one. It's an acidic planet. Excuse me, windy pops again. With fungal mould. I think we need to collect fungal mould. I haven't tended my farm back at home for a while, by the way, but I seem to have topped up with my stores for everything we need anyway. No, I can't do that. Oh, I've got some of this aluminium to get away. I am very low on iron. Let's go shoot some asteroids up and I'll bring you that name. I cannot... Oh, what's that? That? I need to scan you first before I kill you. There we go. Right, now I can kill you. before you kill me. Better. You don't. Oh, really? 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 He was trying to kill me. You're not lying. Just go and mine some plutonium and ignore him. Oh. Yes, yes, Sentinel drones approaching. Where are we gone? Nobody else trying to kill... Oh, sorry, it's just that one then. Oh, some chrysonite over there. I think that's chrysonite. Yes. No free slots in suit inventory. What have I got? Oh, I'm full of these things. Oh, right, okay, well, actually, we'll transfer that. I'm just going to get rid of the trophy and we'll transfer that. Transfer that to my suit. And I think my suit is full. Yeah, I've put some star bulb in there as well. So, grab some of this chrysonite. Overheated. Weapon charge is depleted, so let's fill the mining beam up. Get rid of some of these. And she's a little bit of thamium there. Let's use that. Funny how this game goes when you end up saying, "Oh, that's going to be really useful," and you end up getting lots of it, and then don't use so much of it. I suppose this is another neutrino module, and I think I've transferred all the neutrino modules back to. Let me have a quick look. Back in my suit again. No, I didn't. So I'm carrying a load of neutrino modules I don't really need to carry, so I'll do with selling them off. Must do that when I get a chance. So more plutonium, add some of that, because it's going to be good. A bit more over there. Thank you. And let's start scanning some creatures then. Fine. The Enivium Axat. There's a shy one. There's that little one over there, sort of beetly thing. Cautious. What else have we got? I've done that one. Yeah, it's another one of those big beetly things. Don't know what that is. Well, I don't know what any of these are, to be honest. That's why I'm scanning them. That's a bit more plutonium. Lots of plutonium within sort of landing distance. And I think, is that all of them? Oh no, there's something here. He looks predatory. He's not. He's safe. And I think that's all the creatures. Now I could scan the... Done those. If we have a quick look at this then, that's probably my 5 creatures. That's 6. Oh no, 6 creatures I needed. Oh, there's more creatures here. Oh, there's one of those. There's another predatory one. Yeah, so he's a predator. He's fine as long as he stays over there. So I think no I don't. I need, that's the hidden snares one. What I want is, go back to my log, I want to go for track and scan creatures. I need one more. Did I get him? Yeah, I got him. Did I get him? There's one there. Is that underwater, underground? Do we have underground creatures? I'm going to change my... because I really don't want to tangle with predator over here. There we go. Oh, is that the one? Yeah. I think that's the one. I accidentally... Yeah, they're not going to be very happy with me. Yeah, it's alright. I'm going. Leaving peacefully. All these are all green. There's no little red dots anywhere, so... I have finished doing the creatures mission. What do they say? Again, do I really need to do this? But, no. Quick look in here, we will get rid of that to the exosuit, get rid of that bit of Mordite. We'll transfer that to the ship. Transfer that to the ship. Really? Okay, well, we'll just ditch the rest of that then. I thought I was short on iridium. I'm a bit short on. Lots of zinc, we'll sell that. There's plutonium again. As you can see, it's not as effective to do it this way as it is to use the mining beam, simply because of the fire rate. So where is my ship? Where did I leave it? Over there. I am going to head into the ship for protection for a start. And have a quick look at the other missions I got. Planetary depots, I've got done that one, done that one, done that one, and I've done that one. So we need to head back towards the space station. So we'll head back towards this space station, hand these missions in, and then have a think about whether I could do some Viking missions or whether I'll head back to my own system. I've got a feeling that I've got that glyph thing. I'm going to have to wait till I find another traveller and see if that sort of quest develops anymore. But obviously I will bring you back. Let's discover that planet while I'm at it. Anyway, back in a bit. Actually, I've just looked at the time on this video, and we're getting up to quite a length of time here, so I'm going to probably call it quits for this video. Thanks a lot for joining me. If you've enjoyed the series, subscribe for some more. Let me know what you think in the comments. Press the like button, do all those other things that people beg you to do, but to be honest, if you've enjoyed it, that's all I hope for. Catch you all in the next one.